The Koalition.
Actually, some big news that came out of that we're going to touch on very briefly. So one of the players called xQc, he's actually from Canada, but he's playing for the Dallas Fuel team. And he actually got suspended from the league and fined $2,000 because he made some homophobic comments on his stream regarding one of the other league players. So yeah, that was a very controversial thing. And like, if you watch this guy's stream as well, like I've watched a few of his streams, and I never really liked his character or personality because he's very obnoxious and he insults people. He talks without really thinking about it. But this raises a lot of questions in terms of how big can esports get and what rules are they're going to have to implement to kind of guide these players in the right direction and stuff, because these guys are pretty young, so they're going to do things like that, because that's what young people do. They're going to mess up. So is it a lot of pressure to put on these players, do you think? Or, is this guy just an idiot and is it completely his fault? What do you guys think?
I wouldn't say he's like, well, I don't know. I wouldn't say he's like an idiot or anything for it, but I think that that's something that like he should be taking full responsibility for, regardless of pressure or anything like that. Like, that's not something that generally gets uttered. Like, that really hasn't happened before to my knowledge. And esports have been around for quite a while now. So, and if it has happened beforehand, I'm sure that was dealt with in a similar way. And it's like, that's something that slips up because you say it on a regular basis. Like, that's never something that just slips up, like, just because, you know what I mean? So I think it's pretty much his fault, like, entirely. Even though, yes, pressure, like, can make you stressed out, say things you don't want to say, like, that's still something you need to take responsibility for.
Yeah, true. And he did actually apologize for it. And the other player called Muma, he actually accepted the apology and everything. So there's that, I guess.
That's dope, at least. That's really cool, actually.
Yeah. Dana, did you have something to say about it? Because I know you brought it up earlier.
Well, it's here's the thing. It's something that when we say things out of anger all of the time, and we don't necessarily mean it, but at the same time, it seems to be learned behavior or even like a learned whatever. So the best thing for him to do was to apologize and just don't say anything else afterwards. Just see whatever happens and don't try to fight anything with the decision. So, yeah.
Yeah, it also sucks for the team and the people who want to see the team play as well, because whenever I watch a Dallas Fuel match, I'm always thinking, are they going to play xQc? Like, just because I'm interested in actually seeing him play, because even though, I don't like his personality much, like, I've seen his streams and his plays and he is good. So, like, I do want to see him play and represent the team that he's supposed to. But now with this, it's like it kind of hurts the fans a little, because sometimes fans want to see these great players play, but if they're going to get suspended and stuff, then it's not so much fun to watch the match anymore, knowing that the star player isn't going to be playing. So yeah.
Well, that's unfortunate, but that's what happens. I mean, that's where you have to have that learned behavior, how to just behave and to, maybe not throw out slurs to people.
Yeah, but I mean, they are young, so it's gonna happen. It's just
no. But here's the thing: I don't like that excuse. To me, that just feels like an excuse. They're young, but also they know what it is that they're doing. So you can be young, but you still know when you say something, you know exactly what it means. You can't jump up and say, "Oh, I'm young. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what it meant." You know what it meant. You know what it means. So age in that regard has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I'm just playing devil's advocate, You know, they are young players, and they have to learn that they can't just go out and say, you know, whatever, that they're going to be punished for it and stuff. So, yeah. But that's all I got to say.
I'd like to make a quick comment, and then we can move on to the first topic. In response to the Overwatch situation, I think we are in an age now where everybody needs to be held accountable for their actions. In this case here, yeah, I understand you said that the player is young, but he also knows how popular Overwatch is. They know all the backing they have, the support they have from Activision, how much money is being thrown into esports in general. So you have to control yourself. You know, make sure that you don't say anything that might offend somebody. I mean, I believe the same could be said of a lot of YouTubers out here who get out here and do reckless stuff, knowing they have a following, and then somehow still making dumb decisions about some of the stuff that they say. So I think everybody has to be held accountable for their actions, no matter what. It's unfortunate that it happened, but yes, hopefully that this is a learned experience. Because at the end of the day, this is how things have to be. It has to be something that they learn from. So that's all I was going to say on it.
Yeah, and just last thoughts. I completely understand it from Blizzard's point of view, because, you know, they are getting sponsors for this thing, and sponsors don't want to be associated with stuff like that. So they have to take action whenever stuff like that happens. So I completely see it from their side.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree.